Guys, this video is going to explain the flow of service for Sunday morning. Now, I have sent you also with this a lineup of the service. There's a couple things that this is going to pertain to. Cole, this is going to pertain to your servant team. And Stasia, this is going to pertain to the media team, you and Amy, tomorrow. We're going to talk about song lineup, when to play lighting cues and song cues. Cole, we're going to talk about one piece of lighting you'll be doing personally. Very simple. And we're also going to be talking about a vacuum cleaner thing, a cleanup you've got to do. You've got a tarp you've got to drop at a certain point in time for the painting. So let's line all that up. I'm just trying to give you kind of a preference so your brain can begin to engage what I'm talking about here. When everybody's coming in, you're going to turn the house lights on. And that is important because there's a lot of times in this service where you're not going to have the house lights on. They're going to go on and off, so be ready for that. But when they come in, I've created a custom light lineup. So whoever's over lighting, or Amy, I think it is, you're going to come in and you're going to hit sermon lights. Boom. Turn my stage nice and purty like that. After you've hit sermon lights, I want you to hit journey logo. All right? It's the second button right there. All right? So that'll make the stage give me nice pretty colors, and it puts the Journey Youth logo on the back wall over there. Can't really see it with the lighting right now, but that's all right. That's how I want people to come in, play some nice music in the background. You choose the music as they come in. I don't care about that. Once everybody gets seated and it is go time, you have one of the options for your lighting says worship. All right, lighting, I want you to cue that beautiful worship up right there. Looks just like that, and you're going to find that you want to fade to black first before you do that, because I have an automated feature that's going to control the lighting throughout the sermon nice and subtly, but it only works if you hit fade to black first. So fade everything to black. They come in, they sit down, we're getting ready to start. You hit the worship button. See, it's all uniform, but look at that. My lights are going to begin to change slowly but surely. All right? Well, they'll change better than that. One of them's rebelling right now. I'm still working on the lights. Sorry. But here we go. Slowly but surely, they're going to be going through it. So that's worship. On the last song, the 6th song, there's a song called Reckless Love. Maddie Moore is going to be playing the violin. 2 things need to happen for that in the sound booth. Number 1 is the sound is going to have a piezo pickup, so you got to make sure that channel's unmuted on the soundboard. Secondly, I want reverb added to the violin. That's going to help her out if she misses a note or something. She's kind of a little punchy and staccato. It's going to round off those tones. So I want reverb on her things. I also want reverb and delay on the vocals. You know how I like it. So that's going to happen there. Worship ends. At the end of worship, Elisha is going to be my greeter, and he's going to start to greet the guest and say, hey, we have something special for you. We got a brand new band Dylan and the Littles want to do for you. Now, when that happens, you're to kill all the house lights. Someone comes over here. We kill them all. Turn it black, just like we did right there. Everything's black in this room. All right, you go to the lights over here. Fade to black. Stage is black. Everything's black. Dylan's going to stand in the middle. They know what to do. My sound team, inside of Pro Presenter, there's a song that says, I Want You Back. You're going to go up to the lineup and you're going to hit play. It's going to cue up this beautiful song right here. It takes a second. Don't worry. I've got a pause in it. And it's there intentionally so that the team can get in place. All right. As soon as that pause is up, you're going to hear this music. All right. When that music kicks on, you're going to hit. Turn it down a little bit. I don't know if you can hear me well. When that music kicks on, lighting, as soon as it kicks on, you're going to hit Dylan Visitors. It's a purple button on this. Boom. Okay? All the lights are going to go kind of nuts at that point. It's like a disco inferno, baby. So they're all going to go nuts. That's what I want. All right? He's going to sing his song. Continue to let that go. Stasia, back you on the sound. You're going to know the song is almost over when Casey grabs her mic, stands in front of Dylan, and holds out a sour note, pretending like she's God's gift to singing, and she's pretending she's a diva. Exactly when she does that, you're going to reach over to the soundboard or have the sound guy do it. I don't care, but just make sure it happens. And you're going to take that music that's high, and you're going to hit, and you're going to mute it right there in the middle of her singing that sour note. All right? That's your cue. All right? Cole. At the beginning of this piece right here, this song, when you hear that music first come on, Dylan's going to be standing in the back right behind the sound booth. As soon as he starts singing, you're going to grab this spotlight right here. You're going to kick it on and follow him down the aisle. Once he's on stage, you can turn the spotlight off. We're good. I don't mind if you follow him on stage as well, but you don't necessarily need to. Just make sure people can see him down the aisle. All right? So that's the Visitors. It's a funny little piece we've arranged. As soon as Visitors is over, again, in between sets, you're going to fade to black, and then you're going to hit the sermon lights. That's going to go back to Elisha. Elisha, this is where you're going to do offering. I'm sorry, that's not the right order. Let me give it to you in order. You're going to finish greeting the visitors, introduce RLM minute, do offering. After offering, I'm going to come on, and when I come on, you can turn the house lights on. All right? I'm going to come on. I'm going to do our fundraiser. I'm going to talk about it for a minute, offer people an opportunity to come up and take an envelope and give to Journey Youth. That's the end of the fundraiser. Once people start coming up, at that point, Cole, your service team is going to run on stage. All right, there are 2 tarps. One's got to be draped over the back of the keyboard. The other goes on the floor. There is a art, Tiff, what are those art things called? Easel. It's an easel. It goes right in the middle of the stage, all right? Right in front of, up against the rolling piano, kind of like about a foot or two above in front of the piano. So that's going to be the beginning of that. That's got to happen really fast, man. So get that up there and get going. Then it's the beginning of the sermon time. All the lights go off. We have a moment of darkness and question and people going, what's going on? All right? You're going to fade to black on the stage. This is going to, while Cole's doing his stuff, then when it's time to start, you're going to notice at the bottom 4 yellow buttons labeled left, center, right, and center after. You're going to start off with center. Tiffany's going to be in the center. She's going to be painting. I'm going to have a mic. I'm going to be talking about our speakers for a minute. As soon as I'm done and I cue you vocally and I say, hey, we're going to go. Oh, one more thing. I almost forgot. When I start speaking at the beginning, Stasia, there's a playlist in Spotify. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs, okay? They're slow and they're background songs. You're going to start off at the top. It says Turn Away and Return is the name of the first song. You're just going to turn them on. Unmute that soundboard you muted earlier. And it's nice, soft music to just play in the background. Set the pace. I want the soft music to be underneath when I speak and for the first 3 or 4 seconds of each testimony. Well, 5 to 10 seconds. Then once they've got started, I want you to slowly pull that music back down, okay? It's just to kind of get them started, to create an atmosphere, but I don't want it to control the atmosphere, so it doesn't need to stay on. Just stays on for me, just stays on for the first part of the testimony each time, okay? So what'll happen is we're still on the center stage. You got this music flow in the background like this. I'm talking about the painting and how it relates to life and how our lives are all a series of paintings where God's drawing lines and doing amazing things, testimonies that He's doing. And as I'm talking about that, I'm going to say, like this first testimony, and I'm going to say that testimony's name. You're going to start off on stage left. There is a lighting button. It says left. You just hit that lighting button right there. It cues up, and it just changes the position of the lights to the left side of the stage where the first testimony is going to be standing with the microphone. When they're done, you're going to slowly, like I said, give it 5 seconds while they're talking. Bring that music down. Let them finish their testimony. When I come back on, you're going to hit center stage. Okay? Lights are back in the center. And you're going to pull that music back up for me. All right? Then the next person I'm going to introduce, you're going to hit right stage. And it pulls the lights on the right. Now notice, all I'm doing is I'm alternating the visuals. I'm making it to where it doesn't get boring on stage. I'm changing up one person on the left, one on the right, one on the left, one on the right. And in between each one, I'm standing and introducing the painting. And so it's kind of a cool visual change-up element. You're going to go left, center, right, center, left, and vice versa until we're done with testimonies. Don't forget, when I'm done talking, wait about 5 to 10 seconds into the testimony and slowly turn that sound music back down. Now, let's say at the end of this, we've gone through all that with no flaws. You've done a fantastic job. We're going to come to the very end, the final testimony. When they finish, you're going to hit the center button for the final time. And Stasia, you're going to cue up the song that says "The First Light." Sounds like this. Make sure it's nice and loud, okay? You're going to be listening to this because exactly, this is whoever's on the lighting, listen. Exactly when you hear the drums kick into this music, and you're going to hear it in just a minute, I'm going to let it play. You're going to hit a new button that you haven't hit yet. It says center after. It's located right there. It's the last one. So here it comes. Listen to that drum. Hear that? Center after right there. At that point in time, all the people testimony are going to blow this glitter onto the canvas. It's going to make the cross appear. It's going to make a little thing above the cross appear. It's a really cool moment. And then I'm going to grab the mic. You're going to slowly pull this music down till it's off. And I'm going to talk about an altar call up the people to minister. To minister tomorrow will be the testimony givers and the adult leaders, combination of the two. That's the end of service. So that's the whole rigmarole. I know this video is kind of long, made it as quick as I could. If you have any questions, hit me up. Listen to this video a couple times. If you're not following exactly, you can write down your own personal cues. We make sure we do this well. All right, take it easy. Bye.